Hi, my name is Alexei Yashin. You're watching NHL Power Week.
This week on Power Week, find out why Yashin Senators are a team on the rise in streaks and deeks.
Look out! They score! Yashin! Yashin looking for his goal. He scores! The Yashin, a big-time shot.
We'll take to the ice to witness how some NHL stars showed off their other skills at a recent fashion shoot.
To have, like, you know, a couple little moves. I saw a little smirk, a little eyebrow wrinkling, which is what male models do.
And we'll check out which players will showcase their talents at the upcoming International Showdown.
It's going to be interesting. I think if you can take best part of North American style and best part of European hockey, it would be unbelievable.
Let's hop over the boards and take a look at Streaks and Deeks East. It was a great week for Washington. Forward Adam Oates started it off with a 4-point period against the Maple Leafs.
Oates down the wing. The slot kind of walks up. There's the goal. Bang, bang, Eagle. Easton Smith steps up in front of Adam Oates. Oates gets the puck back. Nice send in for Brunette. Rich shot, score! Brunette and Yuskevich. Oates to the goal. Score! Todd Krieger. Adam Oates has scored. First period is it. Adam Oates is on fire. Wow.
Adam Oates' 4 assists tied a team record, and it's just the 50th time the feat has happened in NHL history. The Caps then traveled to New York to take on the Rangers. Coach Ron Wilson resorted to some unorthodox coaching methods prior to the game.
The response is just point, okay? Ready? Tuggy, point, let's go. This is crazy, we do this every game.
Well, keep it up, Coach. It seems to be working for your players.
Bondra moves in, and he scores! What a rocket by Peter Bondra! A hat trick!
Bondra's 10th career hat trick fueled the Caps' 5-3 win. Washington then came home to host the Flyers, and Captain Dale Hunter notched his 1,000th NHL point on this assist to Craig Berube. Hunter is just the 49th player in the NHL to reach the 1,000-point plateau. Ottawa took away 2 points this past Wednesday as they faced the Stars.
But Murray charges to the goal, a shot, he scores! They let him walk out of the corner right to the front of the net. Turek couldn't hang with him.
Goaltender Damian Rhodes shut the door on the Stars and picked up his 3rd shutout of the year.
Your goalie usually wins the game for you away from your arena, and I think Rhodes did it for him tonight. Big win for the young Ottawa Senator hockey team.
Ottawa forward Daniel Alfredsson returned to the lineup after missing 12 games, and he wasted no time setting up teammate Alexei Yashin.
Third in front, look out, they score! Yashin!
Yashin had 2 goals against Dallas, but against Colorado, he went one better.
Yashin looking for his third. He scores! The hat trick!
Thanks to Yashin's hat trick, Ottawa came away with a 3-3 tie, keeping them unbeaten in their last 3 games. Let's look at some other hat tricks in the NHL this week, starting with the Bruins' Jason Allison.
Allison with it again, cuts it back, score! Hat trick, Jason Allison!
That is his first career hat trick. The Fleet Center ice is being littered with hats.
There weren't any hats thrown down for Montreal's Brian Savage as he tallied not 3, but 4 goals against the New York Islanders en route to an 8-2 win.
The drive by Savage, he scores! 4 for Brian Savage.
Now it's time for the plays of the week, starting with Buffalo's Dixon Ward.
Chasing after him, back up, make the shot, back to Ward! He shoots, he scores! Michael Pekka setting up Dixon Ward!
On the highlight film, because that was a dandy.
Here comes Kirk Muller. What a game for Kirk tonight. Walks in, Muller, still scores! Muller, a terrific individual effort. This man's possessed.
Our top honor goes to the Rangers' Adam Graves.
Out in front, score! Adam Graves! Man, that's just great hockey.
The Rangers are currently in 4th place in the Atlantic Division, just 2 points ahead of Florida. And over in the Northeast Division, the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Canadiens continue to battle for the top spot. Our Power feature catches up with some snapshots of a different kind. What happens when NHL superstars join forces with a supermodel? Well, you get a behind-the-scenes story in Marie Claire magazine featuring Team USA players Tony Amonte, Mike Modano, Doug Waite, Bill Guerin, and of course, Tyra Banks.
Good, Tyra.
With a little help from each other, the day was sure to be a hit.
Really still? Hold still 1 second. Good. perfect like this. It's like a Norman Rockwell picture.
As the players got used to their new surroundings, it was time for Tyra to go off for a change in wardrobe and a short skate. Meanwhile, the new models were able to get back to a more familiar on-ice role with a local hockey team that was in the right place at the right time for the time of their lives.
We're having a lot of fun, because, we all know each other. Poor Tyra doesn't know anybody, so I think it's a little tougher on her.
Hey, Tyra, and everybody else.
Tyra faced off with these NHL superstars, creating a winning combination.
She's great. I mean, she's very nice, down to earth. I mean, easy to work with.
In the dressing room, there were last-minute touch-ups. Well, almost.
But I'm fine. Hey, I'm good.
Try to make that shot look cute now, okay? This is a teamwork.
Tyra's been great, and Marie Claire's been unbelievable. It's been real professional, and not that this is an everyday occurrence for me, but when you're doing things like this, that's really a key, is how you're treated, and it's just been tremendous. And like I said, she's been a saint, so it's been fun.
I'm gonna have a couple little moves. That's our little smirk, a little eyebrow wrinkling, which is what male models do. So I think they might have a future if they decide to move on from this in a couple of years.
It's time to catch up with some of your favorite players in International Update. This week, the focus is on Finnish players, and who better to start with than Colorado's Jari Kurri.
Yellow front to Curry. Shoots. He scores! Jari Kurri. Brilliant pass. Oh, what a goal there by Jari Kurri.
Curry's goal-scoring ability is world-renowned, and recently the future Hall of Famer celebrated a special milestone.
Center score! Jari Kurri, his 600th NHL goal. The 8th all-time leading goal scorer in National Hockey League history.
I think Jari Kurri was my idol, and I think he was all young Finnish hockey players' idol.
For 6 seasons, Teemu Selanne has followed in the footsteps of his childhood hero by doing what he does best, scoring goals.
Here comes the flying Finn. He scores! The drive scores!
Got a breakaway here. He shoots and scores just like that. Quick strike offense for Teemu Selanne. Selanne shoots and scores!
Selanne's 33 goals puts him on pace for another remarkable season. Fellow Finn Jani Laukkanen makes his living defending against the likes of Selanne, but is no stranger to offense.
Jani Laukkanen is there with room. Big shot. Score! Jani Laukkanen with the big slap shot.
Laukkanen has contributed 17 points for the Senators, but still finds time to shine on defense.
Leclerc goes down. Laukkanen drilled him in the back of the head.
The Coyotes' Teppo Numminen is another defenseman with terrific all-around skills.
Numminen shooting score! It worked. Jennings cuts and fires on a save by Muir. Numminen shoots. He scores! Teppo Numminen with a running gun.
Numminen is 5th among Finnish-born scorers with 22 points. On January 18th, the NHL All-Star Game will take on a whole new dimension. For the first time ever, stars from North America will face off against luminaries from the rest of the globe. The World Team will feature forwards like Sweden's Mats Sundin, Finnish native Saku Koivu,
Corson derrière le filet. Oh, belle arrêt for an enemy! Saku Koivu.
Slovakian scoring star Peter Bondra.
An absolute rocket from Peter Bondra.
From Russia, Pavel Bure. And veteran Valery Kamensky.
Kamensky still has it. In front again. Backhander, he scores! Oh, what a goal by Kamensky!
The talented reserve forwards include Slovakian Zygmunt Palfi. They will join starters Jaromir Jagr of the Czech Republic, Sweden's Peter Forsberg, and from Finland, Teemu Selanne.
It's going to be interesting. I think if you can take best part of North American style and best part of European hockey, it would be unbelievable.
Moving to the defense, Nicholas Lidstrom of Sweden is part of a gifted group.
Mariana back to the point.
Russian Sergei Zubov gives the team another mobile defenseman. The starters are Latvian Sandis Ozolinsh and Russian Slava Fetisov. In goal, Russia's Nikolai Khabibulin and Germany's Olaf Kolzig will follow the Czech Republic's Dominik Hasek. Up front, North America will rely on the leadership of players like Wayne Gretzky.
And here's a break for Gretzky. Gretzky scores!
Mike Modano of the Dallas Stars.
Dono going to the slot, a shot, he scores!
Edmonton Oilers star center Doug Weight.
Picked up now by Doug Wade. He has McDavid on his left. Wade up the middle.
Vancouver native Joe Sakic returns home for his 7th All-Star appearance.
That's just great talent. Joe Sakic.
Yeah, hometown, it's always going to be, it's probably going to be the most special All-Star game for me. You get together with all the guys, and it's a great time.
Montreal forward Shane Corson and Mark Recchi head the list of reserve forwards. They will join starters Brendan Shanahan and a pair of Philadelphia Flyers, John LeClair and Eric Lindros. On defense, the reserves are led by Chicago veteran Chris Chelios.
Here's the draw, taken by Chelios along. He scored! Chris Chelios!
A pair of Devils, Scott Stevens and Scott Niedermayer, will help man the defensive core. The two starters are New York's Brian Leetch and Boston's Ray Bourque, making his 11th All-Star appearance.
Well, it's an honor when you get voted to the team by the fans, knowing that they appreciate your play, and that means I'm still doing something right out there, and it's always been a pleasant experience for me. I always go with a good attitude and I always enjoy myself.
Between the pipes for North America are New Jersey's Martin Brodeur and Dallas's Ed Belfour, backing up starter Patrick Waugh of Colorado. Finally, NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman has named 4 veteran players as special selections. Finland's Jari Kurri and Russia's Igor Larionov were added to the World Team. St. Louis defenseman Al McGinnis and Vancouver's Mark Messier will play for North America in the NHL's first international showdown. It's time to head to the Western Conference for streaks and deeks. Things may be looking up for the Edmonton Oilers after a rough start. Head coach Ron Lowe hoped his team would get things going against Florida.
Come on, boys, come on, boys. Wrap around a tip, there's a shot, score! And the Oilers get on the scoreboard and have the early 1-0 lead.
But when Edmonton native Ray Whitney scored his 2nd goal of the night in the 3rd period to put Florida ahead, Lowe wanted his team to think offense.
Everything in the net, go there for the rebound. They're laying 4 or 5 feet out. Everything to the net. Shoot, go there for rebounds.
Now Hammerlick. Hammerlick with a wrist shot. Glove save by Beezer. Score!
With the game now tied at 2, Lowe called on star center Doug Weight.
Let's go! Quick, quick, Dougie!
This is Weight. Weight walks in. Weight shoots, scores!
All that was left now was to hold Florida off in the final seconds.
And this one will sail the length of the ice. The game is over.
Yes!
After defeating Anaheim in their next game, the Oilers faced the Kings. Newly acquired forwards Tony Herkus and Bill Guerin gave them a lift.
In front, score! Right in front, Tony Herkus. 4-minute power play. Back to the blue line to Hammerlick. He shoots and scores! A bouncing puck that Guerin deflected in. And the Oilers lead 3-1. And the Edmonton Oilers win their 3rd in a row.
In Dallas, the Stars faced their arch rivals, the Detroit Red Wings. Steve Yzerman gave the Red Wings a 1-goal lead in the 3rd period, but Ken Hitchcock's team would not go quietly.
Here he is again. Letton, the shot, scores! A 3-3 game with 6:29 to play. Yari Letton's 2nd goal of the night.
After tying Detroit, Dallas visited Anaheim. The Stars had gone 75 straight games without a loss when leading after 2 periods, but that was about to change.
1-0 Dallas, 5.5 to play in the 3rd period. And the Ducks pick it up. Here's Nielsen on his way to the Dallas line. Right away. Working against Ben Machuk. A shot from a bad angle. Ducks plays it. They score!
Anaheim had the momentum as the game went to sudden death overtime.
Look out! Here they come! Korea's in to Sefo. It's over! The Anaheim Mighty Ducks coming back to beat the league's best team.
In Colorado, Calgary was another underdog showing some fight.
Back of the goal, steals it.
plays of the week with a pair of scoring milestones.
Back up to Zubov, right point. The Chambers at the left. To Madonna, a shot, he scores! Sergei Zubov, his 300th career point.
Gives it to Messier. Now Linden moves in. Messier gets the assist on the goal by McGildy. And look at Messier. Yes. Number 1,000. Zubov. He crisscrosses with Blackberry. Zubov. Nice move. Shoots. He scores!
And our top play comes from Detroit's Steve Yzerman.
And now Yzerman gets the goal on the deflection in front. And the Red Wings have taken the lead 3-2.
Yzerman's Red Wings are currently in second place in the Central Division, just 2 points behind Dallas. Over in the Pacific Division, the Colorado Avalanche have a commanding 17-point lead over the LA Kings. Looking at the scoring leaders, the Penguins' Jaromir Jagr is closing in on Colorado's Peter Forsberg. Montreal's Mark Recchi and the Coyotes' Keith Tkachuk round out our top 10 with 47 points. In this week's Don't Blink, we start off with a trip to Detroit and a tale of 2 goalies who are putting up the zeros.
Puck loose, right in front of the net, a chip shot by Corkum, a save by Hodgson. The puck springs free. And on the second anniversary of his first NHL shutout and his first NHL start, rookie Kevin Hodgson has his first shutout of the year. Look out, Krieger in this lineup with one shot. Oh, good stop by Osgood. And Chris Osgood with the shutout, his third this season.
Hits are up now, so keep your eye on your man and make sure it's the right one.
Tough game when your own player nails it.
Adomani comes out at center, bang into his old man, Nabokov. I think he high-sticked him as well.
This is bone crunching, folks.
Oh, is it ever?
That's hard hockey right in your face.
Reichel steps into Shepard. Wilkinson patrolling. Rammed hard by Daniels.
A half minute to go in this Detroit power play. Oh, Masmanchuk ran Kozlov. Now he outdraws Korea in the Dallas zone. Oh, and Brunner runs right into the brick wall. Vanished it. That's a lot of moxie out of that kid to get up after that one.
Whoa, big hit.
Jeff Sanderson. Sanderson hit hard by Nordstrom.
Langria throwing his way around. Matthew Schneider legs it into the offensive zone, and he is smoked by Ken Clee.
Into the saves we go, beginning with the Bruins' Byron Defoe.
Into the Boston end. Euro shorthanded. What a save by Defoe.
Primo onside on the breakaway. Primo. Saved by Kuche. Oh, baby. You look at the left side. Bang. Talk about going back to the post. That's going back to the post. McCartney shoots it. Way in front. Oh! How did that stay out? But it did. Hackett. Larceny on Stillman.
Also dealing in net robbery, Peter Scudra of the Penguins with multiple saves against the Devils.
Here's Gilmore beating one in front. Elliott. Oh, and a remarkable play at the net now by Scudra. Elliott tries to get by. Is around in front. Flip one to front off. The goaltender Peter Scudra and Bob Ryan. Back to McKay and a bad stop. Doing a split save by Scudra.
Now we finish with the most exciting play in hockey.
Here's Sundin.
Congratulate Andrei Trefilov.
Goaltending matchup first for the visiting Boston Bruins. 26-year-old Byron Defoe is on a hot streak, as Gordy told you just a couple of moments ago. Back-to-back shutouts. Hasn't given up a goal in 1998. 2.29 goals against average. Down at the other end of the ice, Jocelyn Thibault is splitting things right down the middle with Andy Moog. Moog played the last game, Jocelyn in tonight. A superb record of 11-7 and 4 goals against average of 2.39. We are underway here at the Molson Center. Kind of a makeshift line for Coach Pat Burns. He's got Mike Sullivan, Dmitry Kristich, and Joe Thornton is the combination up front.
Nice to see Joe Thornton back in the lineup. Was really starting to play well before he had that unfortunate ankle injury.
Damphousse puts it on net. Defoe tweaks it aside. Damphousse looking for Ruchinski. Can't connect. Mike Sullivan slides it out to center ice. Stefan Quintal for Vladimir Malakoff. Malakoff to Dampus. Bruins have made part of a change on the fly. Dampus into the Boston end. Gives to Recchi just off the bench. Corson checked backboards. Kyle McLaren far corner for Boston. Bruins look immediately to get their checking line out there as McLaren put it on net. That brings out DeMaio, Taylor, and Axelson.
Be interesting to see how Alain Vigneault lets Pat Burns match lines since the Canadiens have the last change here at home.
B.J. Axelson to Tim Taylor. Rob DeMaio streaking far side. Taylor tries to serve it to him a little too far in front. DeMaio tips it deep. Dave Manson back to play for Montreal. Bats it off the boards to center ice. Taylor wraps it up into the Montreal bench. Clock stopped. 18:36 left to play here in the first. No score.
Pat Burns not wasting any time getting Joe Thornton right back into the action after missing 10 games. That ankle injury. One thing about being 18 years old, you can bounce back very quickly, and his conditioning will, I'm sure, come back in time too. And he was starting to play very good hockey, much more confident, playing better defensively, and that translated into more confidence in the offensive end, and things were starting to happen, and I would expect that to continue for Joe Thornton here in the second half of the season.
Joe Thornton with the puck neutral zone, dumps it in. Brett Clark back, Sullivan checks him. Sebastian Bordelot checked by Ken Baumgartner. Thornton for Baumgartner, shoots it wide glove side. Darren Van Impe, far point, shot, tip, save, rebound. Baumgartner stopped by Jocelyn Thibault. Turner Stevenson out for Montreal sends it into the Boston end. Darren Van Impe. Bordelot fell down. Van Impe tripped up as well. Puck underneath Van Impe. They just push him away, pull it loose. Van Impe gets it again. Referee wants him to play, so he throws the hand pass behind the net to Bork.
Darren Van Impe is having a great first period here. He's leveled a couple of players, made a great save in his own zone, and just put a good shot on net as well.
Isn't it funny how guys play when all of a sudden they're paired with Ray Bork? Now, should we call that a coincidence, do you think, Gordy?
I don't think so. I think it certainly helps. I can testify to that.
Axelson on sides, offensive end. Tripped up, puck underneath him. Muscled by Brisebois. DeMaio out of the corner. Goes to Taylor. Shot wide, stick side. Shane Corson tips it out. Kyle McLaren takes it back. Waits for teammates to clear. Dumps it back in onside. Saku Koivu. Run at by Taylor. In Taylor. Along with DeMaio backboards. Taylor ridden off the plate. Koivu pulls the puck loose. Out to center ice, Mark Recchi. Looking near wing for Shane Corson. McLaren rides Corson to the backboards. Bruins can break 3-on-2. Now Recchi hustles back, and Boston decides to make a line change anyway. Hines, Donato, and Allison move up front for Boston. Mark Bureau out to Valerie Bure. Sends it to the Boston line. Dave Ellett blocks, bats it out. Donato checked by Bure. Moves it in on sides. Allison hustling in deep. Quintal there as well. Thibault plays it away to the far corner. Allison bats it back to the line. Now Gill tripped up. Canadiens break out 3-on-1. Into the zone. Bureau centering pass. They flip it past the diving Quintal. Bruins look to break the other way. Jason Allison offensive end. Allison gets the shot that's deflected over the shoulder of Thibault. Steve Hines back to Hal Gill. Shot blocked. Brunet comes out. Benoit Brunet. Got it loose to Stefan Quintal. Shot blocked wide.
Bruins have been so good this year, not giving up the 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, and certainly not 3-on-1s. But there, the Canadiens had a great chance. Benoit Brunet just could not get the handle on the puck. It was at such a bad angle, finally he had to try to pass it back out in front.
With Stefan Quintal charging in from the blue line, the closest guy to him. Anson Carter in front. Sergei Samsonov stopped by Thibault. Great feed by Carter. Samsonov stopped with a terrific save. Carter backboards with it again. On the backhand, rolled off the end of his stick.
Anson Carter is so quick and strong. Saw a great example of it there. He just held off the Canadiens checker with one hand, easily bringing the puck around to the front of the net.
Samsonov shot blocked by the defenseman Malakoff. Kristich looking for Bork. Nice job by Damphus to block the centering pass. Ryan Savage clears it into the Boston end. Bork back to get it. Both teams change it up on the fly. Ray Bork whistles it wide of Thibault's net. And that'll do it. Bruins outshoot the Canadiens 5-4 in the first period. We've played 20 minutes here at the Molson Center. Bruins and Canadiens are scoreless.
We're in the second period with the Canadiens and the Bruins still scoreless.
A little more room on Alain Vigneault's bench, having lost Valerie Bure and his starting goaltender Jocelyn Thibault to injuries in this one. Damphus and Taylor on the draw. Bruins gain. Kyle McLaren. Wrist shot. Moore trickles loose. Taylor gets the goal.
The Bruins controlling the face-off. McLaren just skates towards the center of the ice, throws kind of a fluttering shot, may have been slightly deflected, changed the angle just enough to cause Andy Moog problems, and Tim Taylor fought all the way through the check from the face-off, beat Damphus to the front of the net, and was rewarded with a loose puck right in the crease.
Teams will skate 4-on-4 for about a minute and a half or so, and then the Canadiens will get an abbreviated power play.
I mean, Kristich got tackled, then he got slashed from Moog, just standing in the crease, and he goes to the penalty box.
Vincent Damphus. Shot. Defoe steers it with a blocker to the corner. Bork tied up by Damphus. Donato gets it loose to Allison. Bork to Allison. Jason Allison. Worked on by Quintal. Allison comes out of the corner, tipped off his stick just before he could shoot. Damphus back to the Boston blue line, leaves it for Quintal. Quintal cuts in front, Defoe knocked it loose. Shot, score! Vladimir Malakoff.
Well, Byron Defoe's scoreless streak comes to an end, and put there by two unlikely players, two defensemen. Stefan Quintal does a nice job breaking in. Defoe poke-checked him. Malakoff just came up late, got that bouncing puck, very confidently fired that puck right into the top of the net for his 7th goal of the year.
Vladimir Malakoff's goal ended the scoring in regulation, so let's move ahead to overtime.
Canadiens game. Quintal shot. Defoe save. Don Sweeney plays to Dmitry Kristich. Picked off by Malakoff. Blocked by McLaren. One-hand push pass to Sweeney. Samsonov redirects it out of the zone. McLaren in the Boston end. Banks it past Quintal. They said he could have played. Wave off the icing call.
Defenseman shifts for the Bruins are getting down in the 30-second range.
Darcy Tucker out, checked by Kristich. Two-line pass whistled down against the Bruins as Bork's pass hit Kristich in the skates. 2:55 left to play in sudden death. 1-1 the score. Darcy Tucker is out there. He was the latest victim of a Dmitry Kristich hit. We don't think that Dmitry got Saku, just because they haven't been on the ice much together. Valerie Bure, Jocelyn Thibault, Saku Koivu all injured and off for Alain Vigneault's Canadiens tonight. Sullivan and Tucker on the draw. Bruins Dave Ellett. Thought he hit somebody on the Bruins bench with it. Bork looking for Carter, checked by Brunet. Bork hustles over to the corner, trying to tie up Turner Stevenson. Ray Bork sends it along the dasher. Stevenson overskates it. Ray Bork gets it. Bork out to Steve Hines. Clears it offensive end. Anson Carter to the corner. Tips it past Brisebois, but Sullivan couldn't come up with it. Stevenson into the Boston end, checked by Kyle McLaren. Steve Hines takes the pick from Don Sweeney, loses Benoit Brunet. Centers it in front, tipped wide of the net. Darcy Tucker with a chance there, missed the net. McLaren chops Brunet's stick aside, plays the puck up the near side, and Anson Carter comes out. It is a 3-on-2 for Boston. Sweeney, offensive zone. Hines, shot, score! Bruins win it in overtime. Steve Hines beats Andy Moog.
Well, a great win for the Bruins and a huge goal for Steve Hines. Beautiful play to set this whole thing up after some solid defensive work in their own zone. Bruins break it out on a 3-on-2. The Canadiens get caught up the ice. Don Sweeney uses that great speed, drives the defenseman off, interferes with the defenseman, allows Steve Hines to cut to the middle on his forehand. Excellent play there by Anson Carter. He beat 3 Canadiens to leave them in the zone. Don Sweeney absolutely eliminates the defenseman. Steve Hines comes across and just beats Andy Moog with a beautiful slap shot. Just an outstanding road win for the Bruins to come in here and shut down the Canadiens' offense and then very opportunistically win it in overtime.
Stay tuned for more Power Pack action right after this. Coming on week's Power Pack.
Welcome to Denver, everybody. For the 4th time this season, the Vancouver Canucks take on the Colorado Avalanche. Avalanche have 1-2, and the team's tied in their other meeting. So let's see how they respond. We are underway as the Avalanche take on the Vancouver Canucks. Adam Foote back on D. Attempted clear up ice. Gusarov had that one poke checked away into the corner by guess who? Trevor Linden. Kaminsky bats that one away.
The one big line for Vancouver is just about all they have. With Bure, Messier, and Trevor Linden on the same line. We'll see if Trevor Linden is motivated by these comments. We know he's hurt. I think he'll probably respond, but the question is, will it be long-term or simply short-term?
There's Trevor Linden off to Bure. A little room. Pavel Bure scores! Right through Patrick Waugh. And I mean through him. That was a 5-hole shot that Waugh saw all the way from the top of the circle. And a 1-0 Vancouver lead.
Boy, how hot is Pavel Bure? And this shot might have only had a chance through Patrick Waugh's legs because Patrick was way out cutting down the angle, as he should have been, because it was a long shot. See, he was at the top of the circle. Look at Patrick Waugh. He's probably 6 feet outside his crease, and it looked like it just skimmed off the top of his stick and then got some elevation right there coming through his pads. But knowing Bure and knowing what a sniper he is, could just about bet he was going for that spot.
Quite a mixture of colors on Sean Burke, of course, as he comes from Carolina to Vancouver, so his equipment, his personal goaltending equipment, doesn't quite match. He'll have it redone. He'll be retooled with new equipment. Into the middle, Yari Curry won the draw and clears it back out. We'll keep an eye on Adam Deadmarsh tonight. Curry moves it in. Deadmarsh has taken a big beating from his coach Mark Crawford over the last couple of days and demoted to the 3rd line for a while. Sakic down the middle. There he be. Burke the save. Rebound. Score! John Clem bangs it home to tie the game. Sandis Ozolinsh setting it up.
Oh, man. So this is where you can really exploit Vancouver's weakness. Their defensive coverage, they are last in the NHL. And when Sandis Ozolinsh is out there, you'd think they'd beware. Watch him. Sandis Ozolinsh was able to jump by his guy, but Joe Sakic was the man that created the overload in the corner. He helped out Yari Curry. They got it out to Ozolinsh. John Clem, the guy that's been shuttled back and forth, forward D, forward D. Here he is with his skates kind of dangerously close to the crease. but legal, and the Avs have tied it.
Messier back out at center along with Huey Krupp. Up on the forecheck, driving deeper, Jeff Sanderson. Good work by Sanderson. Got a man in front. Noonan couldn't get it on the backhand. Ryan Noonan the opportunity, but he couldn't get that shot up. Had Sillinger there. They had a great chance. Blue line shot knocked down. Sillinger picks that back up. Sillinger waiting. Teammates changing it up. Sillinger got leveled on the near side. He gets hit again. Sillinger got banked twice. Once picked up by Yell, once by Deadmarsh.
And you got to expect, again, Patrick Waugh for about the 4th time has almost gotten into goal trouble, goal against trouble.
Here comes Yell. Yell able to hold on side as Lacroix held the line. Pozelich down in front, shot, score! What a setup! Francois Leroux! And the Avalanche have a 2-1 lead. First goal of the year.
And I'll tell you what, watch this replay and tell me if Frankie Leroux doesn't look like about a 30-goal scorer. Once he got it on his tape, and it was a brilliant pass. I mean, but look at Vancouver. They just stood and watched. Just horrendous breakdowns by Vancouver, and Colorado is the wrong team to break down against. But if you're going to get away with one breakdown, you'd think we can get away with it against Francois Leroux. Not so. He waited till Schoenberg went down. How about it, Frankie? You look like a 30-goal guy. Put it right up under the crossbar.
Sillinger turns to the middle, drops it. Naslund in front. Looking out in front. Looking. Sillinger, Naslund were both there. Pass went to the corner. And Naslund able to hold this in again. Naslund down the middle, shot. He scores! Naslund! Straight down the middle, ties it up at 2.
Oh, man. Boy, I tell you what. Joe Sakic tried to pass from the corner. That is really not like Joe Sakic. It was a low percentage pass, and he put it right out diagonally to the high slot. I think it was intended for Aaron Miller. But at the same time, I can't tell you how good Marcus Naslund and Mike Sillinger have looked. I've never seen them look this confident. That comes from being the only 2 Canucks that have scored goals in the last 2 games. That was the Sakic pass that was cut. Aaron Miller was out there, but Naslund was too close to try to make that pass. And Naslund has tied the game.
Keenanson's taking over, 8-12-4 for Vancouver. Power play, Burke blocked it. Big pile-up, score! It will count! It was initially blocked by Sean Burke, then a pile-up in the crease. Paul Stewart did not blow the whistle, and it'll be a goal, and the Avalanche take a 3-2 lead. Have to wait and see who they credit it to. Lemieux was in there, but I don't think he was the last one to touch that puck.
Okay, this game is officially weird and getting weirder. What a bizarre game so far. You might as well just get the VCR rolling now because we're not done.
Wow. Kaminsky gets the goal, his 16th of the year.
Kaminsky's goal ended scoring in the first period, so let's pick up the action in the second.
Messier waiting to take the draw against Stefan Yell.
It's their chance. Only 2 power play goals in their last 9 games coming into tonight.
Vancouver, a 2-man advantage. They hold the puck in. Bure's got it. Bure drops it back to Lume, to Bure, the one-timer. Save made. Rebound in front. Score! Mark Messier in front on a rebound that banged off Patrick Waugh.
Here it is. Mark Messier, clean win away from Stefan Yell. And then the Sharks started to circle, waiting for something to happen. And Trevor Linden was battling in front with Alexei Gusarov, and finally when the shot came, all 3 forwards converged, and Messier, before he took the shot, made a smart play. I think he's going to lift a stick. Watch Messier here. He lifted a stick. Stefan Yell came in, and before Messier went for the puck, he went for Yell's stick, lifted it up, and just rammed it home. And that's a good play by Messier.
Sakic turning. Deadmarsh followed it up. Sent it back for Sakic. Sakic looking in front. Sean Burke looking behind him. Sakic centered, rolls in off skates, and Sean Burke covers. That's why it is so hard for a goaltender when that puck ends up behind the net. Hard for the goaltender to watch and see where that puck is.
But Joe Sakic knows, too, when he's on the ice with Eric Lacroix, he's at least got somebody that's going to be in the trenches out front. So it's not necessarily a low percentage play when you know you've got a real dynamite trenchman out there. Plus, you might get the Karam in yourself. Sakic made a great play before the puck came to him, and he looked around and saw what was out there before he even had to make the decision, as most great players do.
He is one of those. Tied for 6th in scoring, tied for 7th in goals. He'll be playing in the All-Star game on the North American All-Stars and take on the World All-Stars. Off the face-off, Forsberg lost that draw to Messier. Adam Foote left about 5 minutes ago, left the ice. He is not back. The report is he is dizzy but not injured, and is out of the game and in the dressing room. And cleared up by Lefebvre through center. Babbage again dropped it back towards the blue. Gusarov was there. Like I say, Gusarov, pretty nice stick handling there. Kaminsky batted it up in the air. And we're down to the final seconds of this second period. Only one goal scored here in the second period to tie it up. That was Mark Messier's. That came at 8:29 on a power play.
Well, earlier this week I was flying home. I picked up a USA Today and started to do the crossword. And what did I find as one of the answers? Joe Sakic. A lot of the crossword was about the 1996 Stanley Cup Finals between the Avalanche and the Florida Panthers. Lord Stanley's Cup. I guess you know you've made it when you've made a USA Today crossword puzzle.
What are all those blank spaces?
I was good on the hockey ones. I mean, I was really good on the hockey ones, okay? The blanks were the ones about small animals from Tasmania and stuff like that I don't get.
All those airlines we fly, I've got about 1,000 of those airline books that have crossword puzzles in them with like half of the blocks filled in. And I just throw it away and go back to sleep.
Me too. Well, you're the guy that flew on that flight ahead of me.
That was the one. Cleared back out to center, and that'll do it here in the second period.
We pick up the game action in the third period with Vancouver ready to strike on the power play.
They get their fourth chance here and a chance to take the lead in this game in the third period with 6:53 left. Lume on the power play. Colorado's gone 0 for 3 in their power play chances tonight. Lume will play on top on this power play, and now will be joined by Pavel Bure. Bure takes over on the blue line. Down low, Trevor Linden, Messier. Linden is set up in front of the net. Near side, Lume gets his man down. Yell right back up, though, and didn't let him deliver it in front. Lume back on top. Bure, they're just working the perimeter here. Here's Trevor Linden near side. Linden drops it off. Back on top, one-timer Lume, deflected to the corner. Trying to put that one through bodies, didn't get there. Linden again. Linden turning along the boards with it. Linden drops, heads to the net, tried to set a pick. Looking. Sillinger. He leaves it and heads to the net. They cycle, but nothing open. Trevor Linden. Tic-tac with that one. Back on top to Lume now. Lume waiting. Lume shot. Score! Deflected, I think, by Mark Messier. Mark Messier knocked that one down out of the air, his second goal of the game. And Vancouver's got a 4-3 lead. With 48.4 left to go, Mark Crawford's team in danger of losing their second in a row.
Against bottom feeders. You know, the Calgary Flames, Vancouver Canucks. You're not talking about the elite in the Western Conference. You're talking about the bottom feeders.
Vancouver, their record against teams that have played 500 or better, 4-15-3. They've won 4 games against teams that are 500 or better. Mike Keenan's club trying to pick one up here in back-to-back nights after losing 3-2 at home against St. Louis last night. Well, we still got to finish, though, because this face-off is coming in Colorado's offensive zone. Full house on hand here tonight. NHL tonight coming up. Scores and highlights of all the National Hockey League games. Empty net at the other end. Mark Messier and Adam Deadmarsh on the face-off. Vancouver in that defensive posture in the draw. Messier won that to sit, couldn't get it out. Forsberg, Sakic shot. That deflected wide. Kaminsky tried to redirect. Kaminsky's pass blocked over there. Good play by Olin. Young rookie blocked that one. Ozolinsh holds it in. Extra man's out there for Colorado. Forsberg tries to draw it around. Centering pass block. Empty net at the other end. Looking. Feathered up. Bure, good play. Sakic's got to play it. Messier up on the chase. Messier's got 2 goals in this game. He was thinking empty net. Down to 19 to go. Colorado trying to get it tied. Kaminsky. Blue line. Wind up. Shot. Save. Rebound. Score! Colorado's tied this game. And the man who took all the heat, Adam Deadmarsh, gets the goal.
How stunned are the Canucks now? Sean Burke has put together A terrific hockey game, but now he is shaking his head for a good reason. A shot from dead center. He rebounded absolutely perfectly into the wheelhouse of Adam Deadmarsh, who was able to shovel it home.
Adam Deadmarsh's buzzer beater tied the game at 4 and forced the Canucks into overtime.
Here we go in OT, and Messier in the draw. Forsberg against him one. Blocked away. You put the hit on the groove. Threw that puck out. Controlled on, cleared out by Olin, the rookie. Adam Foote back on D. Colorado, Kaminsky, Forsberg. Forsberg, Kaminsky, and Lemieux. Olin the hit, Kaminsky the puck. Kaminsky in, Kaminsky center, Lemieux. Shot, banked away off skates, and pushed away by Schoenberg with a stick. Right now, Colorado really challenging Vancouver down low in the third period, and they continue here in OT. Lemieux in particular is almost in the crease, right where he's supposed to be, banging away. Patrick Waugh left.
Be interesting to see now with four minutes to go in overtime. Can Vancouver do anything other than just sort of sag back into a shell after being tied so late in the game?
Off win by Peter Forsberg. Gusarov, near side, straightens up, takes the shot, deflected wide. He was trying to pass to Kaminsky. Up the boards, Lemieux doing battle with Linden. Forsberg kicked it into the middle. Gusarov drops it down low. Shot, but it covers, and will hang on. Colorado swarming here in OT with the chances. Off the draw, Messier won this. Burke laid it behind the net. Lume starts it up. Lume, they got time for one more shot. Lume in, Lume waiting, takes it, and that's it.
Thanks for watching NHL Power Week. Tune in next week.
Just play it over and over again.
Picked up now by Doug Wade.